Welcome to this EFT video on processing emotions and thoughts that you have after receiving a diagnosis. You can use this video to process a recent diagnosis or one that you received a while ago. So starting off by feeling around on the top of your chest to a point which is a little bit tender, a little bit sore, and just gently massaging there and taking a big deep breath and sighing. Good. Now repeat after me, changing any words that you need to reflect your own experience. Even though I received this diagnosis, and say what you've been diagnosed with. I love and accept myself. Now take a big deep breath and sigh. Tapping between the eyebrows. Even though I received this diagnosis of, and say what the diagnosis is again. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good, tapping your temples. I feel a lot of shock and fear. Tapping your cheekbones. All this shock and fear. Tapping under the nose. I feel shock. To the lips. Shock of receiving this diagnosis. Take a big deep breath. Tapping the chest. Part of me is so afraid. Part of me is so afraid. Tapping the front of the ribs, feeling so afraid. And even though I'm so afraid, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good. And tapping the side of the ribs. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I've received this diagnosis of, let's see what the diagnosis is again. Tapping the wrist. What if I can't heal this? I'm so afraid I can't heal this. Tapping the back side of the hand. I'm so afraid I can't heal this. I'm so afraid I'm going to be stuck with this condition. Big deep breath. Good. And tapping the top of the head. This diagnosis of, and say what you're diagnosed with again. I love and accept myself. I don't want this. I don't want this to be my reality. I don't want to have, and say what your condition is. But even though I have this, I love and support myself. Deep breath. Tapping between the eyebrows, you're doing really well. Part of me wants to ignore this and forget. Tapping the temples. I want to ignore this diagnosis. It doesn't feel real. I want to ignore this diagnosis. Tapping the cheekbones. I love and accept myself. Even though part of me wants to ignore this. Big deep breath. Good. Tapping under the nose. I'm sending love and compassion to the part of me which is struggling with this. Tap under the lips. I'm sending love and compassion to the part of me struggling with this. Now take a big deep breath and send your love and compassion to the part of you, maybe to the part of your body, which is struggling with this issue. It's safe for me to feel love here. Tapping the chest. I'm loving this part of myself. Even though it's been struggling with this issue, I'm still a good person. And I'm open to the possibility that everything's going to be okay. Tapping the front of the ribs. Part of me feels angry and betrayed by my body. Part of me feels angry and betrayed by my body. Big deep breath. Very good. Tapping the side. I love and accept myself even though I feel betrayed by my body. Tapping the wrist. It's safe for me to integrate this diagnosis. It's safe for me to integrate this diagnosis of, and say what you've been diagnosed with. Tapping the back side of the hand, we're just going to repeat a few times what the condition is that you've been diagnosed with. So if you've been diagnosed with cancer, just say cancer, cancer. If you've been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, hypothyroidism, hypothyroidism. Okay? Just repeating what your condition is. Big deep breath. Tapping the top of your head. In reality, nothing has changed. My body is the same as it was before I received this diagnosis. It's safe for me to integrate this diagnosis. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Big deep breath. Tapping between the eyebrows. I love and accept myself even with this diagnosis. Tapping the temples. It's safe for me to process the shock and fear now. I'm accepting the shock and fear. Tapping under the nose. I understand how challenging this is for me. Tapping under the lips. And I support myself through this process. Tapping the chest. I'm committed to supporting myself through this process. Tapping on your chest, what was the most shocking thing that you heard? Was it the diagnosis itself, or was it something else that the doctor told you about the medication or drugs, or that it was incurable? Say that out loud and take a big deep breath. Tapping the front of the ribs. The doctor told me, and say what the doctor told you. Tapping the side of the body. And even though the doctor told me this, and I feel afraid, I love and accept myself. Big deep breath. Tapping the wrist. Part of me is grateful to know why it is that my body's been acting this way. Part of me is grateful to know the cause behind these symptoms. Big deep breath. Tapping the back side of the hand. Now I can take some action to heal this. Even though I'm scared I can't heal this, I know that there's many options available to me. Tapping the top of the head. I can choose my course of action. There's many options available to me. There's homeopathy and acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, many different options. Big deep breath. Tapping between the eyebrows. It's possible for me to heal this. Tapping the temples. I can support myself through this process. Tapping the cheekbones. I'm ready to heal this. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I trust there is a solution. Tapping under the nose. I trust there is a solution. Big deep breath. Tapping under the lips. I can deal with this. I'm strong enough to deal with this. Tapping the chest. I love and accept myself through this process. I love and accept myself through this process. I trust that I can heal this. I trust everything will be okay. Good. You just tap all over your body and say some kind, loving and supportive things to yourself. Thank you.